Hello everyone, Orange here. Welcome back to another video. It's that time of the week for Path to Decency. We are on episode 23. To start out the episode, I thought I would go over the amount of scrolls I accumulated within the last week, because you guys know I am saving my scrolls to summon them on July 2nd, which is Reefy's mass summoning session. He's inviting everyone who plays Summoner's War. It's going to be the largest in history, so I am saving them for that date. So, in the last episode, I had 3 mysticals, 65 out of 50 light and dark pieces, and 58 out of 100 legendary pieces. So now I have 20 mysticals, quite a few more pieces for the light and dark scroll, and for the legendary scroll summon. I also got 1 legendary scroll and 1 light and dark from TOA normal, because it just reset 2 days ago or something. So I did get those. And, I think that's it for that part. So, July 2nd, be there, be square. Okay, now into the rest of the stuff. So, I'm going to go over it in chronological order, you guys know. So, to start out the week, I accidentally did 1 summoning stone summon. It was a fire serpent. I was summoning social summons or whatever, because you can't mass summon those, which is kind of annoying. There's a lot of annoying things in this game, just like how Come To Us keeps spamming my fucking dick off with these goddamn things. TOA is resetting. Hurry, you must finish it. Bro, it already reset like an hour ago. Why are you still spamming me? Sorry, I just had to rant right there. So, I accidentally summoned 1. It was a fire serpent. No big deal. And you guys may also notice, well, you didn't because I didn't show you, but you will now. I summoned all of my summoning stones, basically. I had 1,600 or so saved, and I made like a really, really last-minute decision to summon for the Lushens rotation. So I'm going to go over those results later on in the list, because we're doing things in chronological order. So I used all those. Once again, it was last minute, but I can go over like how it went and what my plans are and stuff and why I did it. So after that, I summoned later, but after the accidental summon, I was still farming GB10, and my GB10 team was failing more than I would like, because I got kind of annoyed that I was wasting basically 8 energy. Like, the 8, I just felt like it was too much energy to be wasting on something that I could just slow down a little bit but make 100%. So if you guys know, in the last episode, I changed my team to this team, and I thought it'd be cool, but apparently it wasn't. So I tried out Chisun in there, but that team even failed too. So I think this one is the most successful. I haven't been running Giants, though. I've been running Necro because I kind of got bored of running Giants. I don't know if Necro's the best choice, but I don't think it's a bad choice. It might be a bad choice, but it's not like something terrible, right? Because farming runes is always okay. I think I just took on an accent there. Farming? Okay, whatever. So, after that, I upgraded my Ancient Sword, which is the attack building, to level 4. I also upgraded it to level 5, like a minute ago. Not a minute ago, like an hour ago. Not an hour, maybe like 30 minutes. So, I'm going into attack. If you guys saw on Reddit yesterday, Caranthier, however you pronounce that name, I think he's a G3 player in Absolute Void. He has been making like a lot of YouTube videos and stuff, and maybe streaming. So he posted a video on a flowchart to how you should upgrade your buildings, and I agree with it for the most part, but to be honest, I can already do TOA hard, so basically he recommends some stuff, and I was pretty accurate. The way that I did it followed his flowchart. I mean, he just came out with it. I think he had it a while ago, but he just finally like made a video on it or something. So I did everything that he said, coincidentally, up to the point of right now, and he recommends going into defense and HP, or one or the other, but he did them at the same time. So it doesn't seem like a good idea to me. Like, of course I could use HP on all my units, but where I'm kind of at in the game is looking to start pushing C2, because I'm looking at getting an Amir and then C2 pretty much, and being more successful in Guild Wars, nuking people, whatever. So HP would probably help in quite a few aspects because I still use Vero quite a bit and I use like Bella and all that stuff. All that stuff would benefit from HP, but I think the most important thing for me right now is Amir. Like, that is the next thing. My Wombo combo Galleon team is the next thing for me. So I have been going into that Ancient Sword, but like I said, HP probably would be still very beneficial. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. I have gone into the HP building a little bit, you guys know. So let's see here. Sitting at level 5, 10%, and then my defense building sitting at also, well, not also, but level 4. So yeah, now I'm kind of working on, they're all kind of the same level, so I don't know, whatever. I think, like I already told you guys my reasoning behind that. I currently have more shape-shifting stones than I did last time. Last time I had 99. Wow, such great news, Orange. This is top-notch. You could be on television because they report the exact same useless bullshit that you're reporting. So now I have 104 stones. I don't even know why I said that. Okay, the main thing that happened last week was I farmed Hall of Heroes B3 for the first time ever. It was the light, Pierret Hall of Heroes. So I farmed B3, but of course, Hall of Heroes are all different levels of difficulty. Some of them are like super hard, whatever. So for the whole first day, I was just trying out different teams and got really frustrated and didn't really farm that much. Maybe I should have done like research to see what people were saying to use. I don't know, but my actual Hall of Heroes team ended up being, okay, let me think here. I don't remember what it was, but I'll post a picture. I also tweeted about it. I could probably check my Twitter right now and then I can discuss it. So let's pull up the Twitter account. This is where I pretty much post stuff. Some stuff is relevant. Like, some stuff is just like, hey guys, I got a rune. That might not be the coolest information. Okay, so the team was Vero, Bella, Chitsun, Theomars, Briand. So pretty much the whole first day was just testing teams until I got to that one. I tried doing YOLO teams on B2, but they would end up dying, and that really pissed me off, and I got pretty frustrated. So I switched over to B3 and did that team, and the average runtime was about, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes, sometimes like 8 minutes, so I'd say 6 to 8 minutes. And then B2 was like all messed up with my YOLO team. The times were like 4 minutes and stuff, and it would fail. So I did do B3 because it was more efficient or whatever. I could have gotten more skill ups if I if I got my shit together faster, but the whole first day was all kind of messed up. So 12 skill ups. I was farming this because I heard a lot of people talking about how Julie was good for, to kind of make up where Lushens fails in your arena offense, because Julie can take out those fire teams and she does quite a bit of damage. I don't have a Julie, but that's what I was farming them for. And I told you guys this, I already talked about this in the last episode, but for the Conrad Hall of Heroes, which is the Light Death Knight, I did not farm it because I already summoned a Conrad from a Light and Dark Scroll. And at that point in time, I didn't know if I was ever going to get a Briand or if, yeah, like it was pretty undecided. I didn't have any plans on going for one. You guys know that I did end up summoning for one with my summoning stones. So I didn't farm Conrad, but I am going to start farming Hall of Heroes if I do have plans to skill up a monster. So that's why I did this. Someone else told me that the actual light period could be good, but I haven't heard anything like that. So, I mean, I think I'm subbed to YDCB, and I think he had like a video on it, or someone did, and he always does like kind of ridiculous things, and things that are kind of more for like entertainment purposes rather than actual meta purposes. So yeah, so they're going to be sleeper skill ups for now. If in the future, if I summon a Julie or whatever, I'll just wait till I want to build something, because another mistake I made was skilling up my Emma, because you guys know we had the Wind Neostone Agent Hall of Heroes, and I decided to go ahead and skill up my Emma with, because I was just kind of bored, and I was like, oh, you know, I could just I could level her up, because I think at that time I had like no fodder on one of my EXP boosts. I had 0 fodder. So I was like, okay, she's one that I could, 5-star with Wind Neostone skill ups, and then I could level her up. But I actually pulled Elisa a couple days ago. Well, not a couple days ago. It was recently, like last week or 2 weeks or something like that. So Lisa would be far more useful to me, because I'm pretty sure she's like an S tier raid unit. Some people do weird scales. They have like, I'm pretty sure S is like the widely accepted best tier. Like there's like bullshit like SS, S plus, come on dude. Like I'm pretty sure it's S, but I was never into like hardcore games like that where people would have like, I don't know, it's kind of like just one of those basic arguments that people, so Lisa's probably one of the best raid units that you can have, so I probably should have not done that thing to Emma and instead saved them. So it's just stuff like small things like that that I can learn from. I actually wrote down my team here, even though this wasn't the team though, never mind. So yeah, okay, after that, I upgraded my guild flag to level 2. You guys know I'm working on my crit damage guild flag. I'm not sure what I'll do next. Maybe I'll level it up. I think I should probably spread out the points in these to make them worth it, because, you get 2 crit damage for 700, 2 HP for 300, I don't know. So I did upgrade that though, because I'm pretty sure it did, I think it went from 2 to 5, yeah, so it was like 3%, so I did that. Another kind of big thing that happened last week, I switched up my Lagmaron's runes. I had 2 rune builds for him, and I decided to go with this one. It has far less crit damage. His crit damage on the old build was like 160 or something like that, maybe even higher, and now he has more attack and more crit rate. I feel like this one's better because of the crit rate, and if you also think about it, I have like my crit damage building maxed from the glory shop because it's so cheap. Karanthier also talks about that in his video. He talks about how that's like the first one you want to do. Coincidentally, I came to the same conclusion. So I do have that maxed, and then I also have been working on my guild crit damage building, so I figure going for more crit rate and attack is probably fine on lag. So I'll show you guys, I'll go over his runes so you guys can see, but I think I just switched like 1 or 2 runes. I can't remember which ones they were, but I'll show you guys both builds so you guys can compare both builds and see if you feel the same way as me. Okay, so, oh yeah, shoot, did I say this? Okay, well, so I did that, and then I finished the Hall of Heroes, so I wrote down like what happened when the Hall of Heroes was over. I farmed 11 total skill ups, so you guys could count I had 12, and I'm going to keep 1 no matter what, because I feel like that's a pretty good policy to have. And 11 skill ups, so those could go on that one, it all just depends. I want to make a decision when I need something, so like if I'm in Guardian and I really need a Julie or something, then if I happen to pull a Julie, or if I want to summon for one, then I'll do that. I just want to make like a definite decision rather than my Emma one. Emma was just like, hey, like, I have no fodder, let me just, the egg timer. So the Emma one was just like, I have no fodder, so let's just go ahead and do this, even though I'm not sure if I'll ever use Emma, ever. So let me refresh this. Okay, there we go. Okay, after that, I finished C1, yay! I posted the, Rush Hour video on my channel yesterday, so I did like a little commentary over that. I switched into using a lot of my speed teams. I found in the weeks before this one, my speed teams weren't very successful with my Lagmaron thing. I mean, yeah, Lagmaron, because Lagmaron's not really like a AoE nuker, so in the video, this was one of the main teams that I used, Tyron, Galleon, Bernard, Lagmaron. So my main focus right now is to get Amir and to put him in there instead of Lag and actually have like a legit Wombo combo team. Yay! But I don't have Amir yet. So I pretty much use this one. I also used Shimate in the leader slot, which is the Wind Sylph, and I I think I only used my bruiser-ish team once, I guess. You could call this a bruiser team, but I do have my Theomars as a threat on that. So you guys can check out that video. I'll link it below. It's also on my channel. It's also in a playlist called Rush Hour videos. So I have 2 other Rush Hour videos. You guys should definitely check out my first ever Rush Hour video. That video was freaking awesome. So check that out. I 5-starred my Lisa. I haven't awakened her yet, but I think I will in 4 days or whatever, whenever the fire dungeon's coming out. And then now to the results of my summoning stone summons. So I summoned for the Lushen rotation, and the Nat 5s are all really good. It was Camilla, Leo, and Fire Monkey King. So I had like 30 summons. I summoned 1 Lushen, a McKean, and another Emma, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. So let me show you guys where they are. So there's the extra Emma that I summoned, and then the McKean, and then the Lushen is over here in the EXP building. I did awaken him, which I'll talk about. I did that today because today is the win day. So the reason I decided to summon for the Lushen was because I talked to some people and I was kind of like thinking, what is going to be my long-term arena plan? Because you guys know Summoner's War is like a pretty long game. I'm a noob. Well, not really a noob, but I don't know how to play the game exactly, like every different thing. I don't know all the decisions to make. I'm not a G3 player who could say, hey, I'm playing through the game again, what decisions am I supposed to make? Whatever. So you guys know I've been thinking, like, before I could even do Necro, I knew I was going to have to do Necro at some point. So I kind of thought, okay, so if I have nothing else to 6-star, which I'm kind of at the point now, like, I have nothing else to 6-star, really. So I'm thinking that now I'm going to start thinking about what raid team I'm going to use, but I think raids are kind of far off, but who really knows? So I think I'm, like I said, if I have nothing else to 6-star, I'll start 2 6-star raid units and just have those ready, because I think with raids, there are like units that that are S tier again, that if you have them, you should use them. I kind of thought that raids were reliant on your teammates or whatever, like what they bring, you kind of have to make up for, which I think is kind of true, but I was watching one stream and 2 of the guys who were raiding were using like almost the exact same team minus their specific Nat 5s, and both guys were using HoH and Lisa. So I'm pretty sure like those are kind of the S tier units. Like I'm not gonna say anything definitely, but I'm gonna say I saw that. It was something that caught my eye and that I thought I would pay attention to. So if that's true, like for the Necro thing, some people have different opinions, but for the most part, everyone knows Adrian, the Fire Elven Ranger, is like a god tier unit in Necro. So I'll run Necro for you guys just while I'm talking. So I think it might be the same with Lisa being a god tier unit and some other units being god tier. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on those, and then back to my whole like arena talk. So I decided that I'm going to obtain 2 Lushens and maybe a Chloe. I was kind of looking at slow Lushens versus fast Lushens, and I don't exactly know how it all works out in the end, which one is superior. I'm pretty sure fast Lushens are superior, but I think slow Lushens might get you almost just as far, so I am going to look to summon for another Lushen, but I do need to go really hard for a mirror right now, because if I get a mirror, I'm pretty sure I should be getting C2 every week or close to C2. Maybe even close to C3, I don't know. So it takes 5 weeks to get an Ifrit, which is like an extremely long time. So I'm just going to keep buying Ifrit pieces, only Ifrit pieces. Next week I'm summoning one, but I don't know if I'm going to summon it next week or on July 2nd on the mass summoning. Fucking hell, are you kidding me? Fucking Necro team. My Necro team keeps failing, which is kind of annoying, but it does succeed quite a bit too. I lost my train of thought. So I'm just going to summon for the Lushen rotations with summoning stones, like that I get from TOA, TOA Hard, and Guild Wars. So I'm going for Lushens next, and then I always go over this list with you guys, but there's some other options that I'm still thinking of. I don't think I'm going to go for the Taoists because I don't think I need them. We'll have to see how this TOA hard goes, and yeah, I don't want to build one or both of them. I feel like that would be kind of like a waste of time, especially because I already have Arya and a bunch of good TOA hard units. So my list is Lucian, Chloe, Orion, and then some other like weird ones that are very like kind of team specific, like Aquila, whatever. But with Lucians, you don't exactly need that monster. So I think Lucian is probably like the number one priority though to obtain. Chloe might be like the same rank. I don't know though. We'll have to see how my Wombo team goes because I may not need both teams, but I want Lucians eventually because you guys know, well, maybe you don't know, I guess I can tell you. Wombo teams run into problems when you face will runes, which started appearing, I think they started appearing in like C2, C3, and Wombo teams get kind of fucked by those. And Lucians fuck will runes, so that's why I want Lucians. Not immediately though, like, I'm never like a greedy person, like, I need this right now. It's always kind of like, okay, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's something that I think would be a very good thing to obtain. I ran a bunch of Necro because I was getting bored of dragons, and like my gut kind of tells me that running Necro would be fine because if I put my Veligul on will runes, I might have like way more defense successfuls than I have, and I could start getting like a rage set, which would give me, if I get like one decent rage set, I could put that on pretty much anything. Like I have a bunch of nukers that I could put it on. Sig, Amir if I get one, or my Lucian, I could use one Lucian. So I feel like it's okay. I might even get some decent Nemesis runes that I could put on something that would be useful. So I just did Necro because I was just getting sick of Giants pretty much, just like all the animations. Necro's cool. I haven't ran Necro at all. So many debuffs on the boss. I did talk about this in my Rush Hour video. Like, I don't know, Necro's just cool. So I ran Necro because I was getting bored. So we do have that puzzle event thing going on. And I guess I'll upgrade this rune. We'll see how it turns out. And the puzzle event requires you to do 30 instances or whatever per day, so I've just been doing Necro for that. I also went back to my old Guild Wars defense. I told you guys I was trying out a new one, but I just lack so much faith in my... really? Okay, I lack so much faith in my Verd. Like, his rune quality is just not that good, so I went back to my old Guild Wars defense because I feel like it's stronger. Plus, I'm pretty sure everyone gets, like, so scared when your Bernard moves before them because they know, like, they're kind of doomed. So I was just thinking about that, like, hey, isn't that funny? Like, you know, when my Bernard moves before another team, that must be quite the scare. So, well, I mean, if they brought, like, bruisers, then whatever. Like, if they expect him to move before, then that's okay. But if they bring a speed team and expect to mirror me or whatever, then that's funny. So I went back to the old one. I don't know if we can really say if they're doing well compared to how they usually do. They're doing okay now. We just switched our defenses over, so it just depends, like, who hits us and stuff. So I can't really say if they're doing too well or not. For the world boss, this was something that I was kind of keeping an eye on and talking to you guys about. I did level up some world boss monsters and stick some runes on them. So I did see an improvement. 2 world bosses died, like, one last week, but I didn't talk about it. I got 150 crystals each time, and I just barely got kicked out of Grandmaster. Like, that kind of made me mad, but it was okay because it's an improvement. I usually get like 125 crystals, I think, so I got 150 both times, which was awesome. And then you guys can see my best record was 6%, top 6%, and then the Grandmaster ranking is 5%. So one of these days I might start getting Grandmaster and Master. We'll have to see though. So I wrote that down. I'm also testing out a strong AD all week. Last week, usually I feed just to guarantee points. So the AD, or the defense that I'm using is the same. It's this defense. And then I'll show you guys my current stats, and then I'm going to have to do some math on this at the end of the week. So, my current victory rate is 91.7%. A little bit lower than usual, and my defense rate did go up, well, sort of. Because I can't really say if it went up. I didn't keep track of what happened last week with my actual defense compared to the feeding defense. So at the end of the week, I'm going to do the math on the victory rate and see if I obtained more glory points than I would have if I got 4 points each. So I'll probably just do like 251 times 4 and then do whatever. Wait, did I do that right? No, I didn't. So I don't know. I'll do the math to see if it's worth it. And also, I've kind of found that, like, if you have a strong defense all week, I really have to focus, and, like, I can't fuck up when I'm doing my offenses, and I have to be careful, because if I lose one, like, it's kind of a big deal compared to if I'm feeding, usually I win all of them. So it could be a good or a bad thing, but I think the actual, like, time it takes me to clear my wings is probably about the same, because I've just been finding other teams that I can beat with my speed team. So I'll clear these for you guys and, like, show you guys what I'm doing. Yeah, I could probably do this team. So they don't have an attack bar booster. Wait, did they have Chloe? I think they did, but we're fine because I have a speed leader and an attack bar booster. So this should be fine. No will runes. And usually if they have will runes, it's fine anyways, because I'll be moving first. So here we go. Really. I'm gonna have to focus while I clear this. So this might be kind of boring for you guys. I hope I don't lose. So I think I talked about this like in a really, really old episode, that it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing because you have to like pay attention, and it's kind of, it could be training me, like you're gonna get burned if you play with fire, which is what's happening this match. Maybe. But yeah, so we'll see how this goes, and then I'll tell you guys my findings in the next episode. But I may just forget because I don't know how important this really is to me. Quit it, Shasoon. Oh yeah, my lag isn't skilled up either. I'm going to figure out if I need to do that. Depending on how this Lyrith rotation goes. I'll talk about that later, but maybe I won't. Okay, so I'm currently on TOA hard level like 64 or something, so I'm trying to get those videos out to you guys, but I didn't work on it today at all, but I did work on it quite a bit. I'm gonna have to start manualing, so the last TOA hard rotation I had to start manualing at 52. This time it is 63, I think, but it just depends, like, if the 70th boss was different, maybe I could, I don't know. But that's just like something, but it's kind of hard to tell if it's actually an indicator or not, because you guys know how the rotation works, whatever. Yeah, because like last rotation, like 55 and 56 were the like Joltan and Kume levels, and you can't really manual those, like they're pretty difficult, or you can't auto those unless you have like really strong runes, so it just kind of depends. So that was kind of that one battle for you guys. So yeah, I just have to pay attention when I'm clearing my wings. I fully autoed TOA besides some of the boss levels, well, not some of the boss levels, but I autoed it, but then I would select the boss because my team looked kind of like they were struggling when they were hitting the ads. So I think maybe they even failed one of the boss levels, and then I had to click on the boss or something. But yeah, full auto including 100, which was nice because that's the first time that that's ever happened. I awakened my Lushen today. You guys already saw him. He has no runes on, so he's not the most exciting. And I also brought out my good old Seek. I thought we would get a little nostalgic here and go over Seek. So I have not used Seek in a very long time, so I thought we would check out his stats and see how he was when I used him. So I did keep my Seek. I used him for a while, actually. Well, not for a while, but what do I have him on? Attack. Hey, at least I have percents. We got 1 speed and 4 defense. Got some crit rate and defense and resistance. Wow, quite a good Seek there. So I thought I'd bring him out because that's pretty cool seeing what runes I had on him. Fatal Blade, baby, that's what's up. And I did keep him because a while ago, like when I was a long time ago, I knew that people used him in Arena, so I kind of thought, hey, he's used in Lushen teams, so maybe I should build him, but I just love those freaking runes. I cannot remove those. Those are the best runes. So that is Seek. Then I told you guys before I made my Ancient Sword level 5. I was kind of deciding, do I want to go into the Water Sanctuary and Wind Sanctuary for, basically 4% attack for 720 points, or do I want to buy this for, 1,000 for 2% attack, basically, which could kind of be, 4. For more expensive, it was, 1,080 or something. I went into this because I was like, I don't know, I feel like it's better to invest in the thing that's more expensive instead of the cheaper things, but that's kind of I don't know if it's the best choice mathematically, but that's what I did. Then I talked to you guys about the puzzle event. It's going on, and I'm going to wait for the EXP boost to level my Lushen and whatever Ifrit I get, if it's Tessarian or Amir, and my Lisa. So, I still need to kind of figure out Lisa. I'm pretty sure that she is one of the best things, and I should build her for raids, but we'll see. So, I missed, the first day because they start the event at, midnight or something. And then you have, 8 hours to do the first day, but I missed that because I was not paying attention. So I'm going to wait for this 12-hour EXP boost there to do that stuff. How many days is that? I might not actually have to summon my Ifrit then. Actually, I will because July 2nd's a couple weeks. So where the heck are we? Yeah, so I'm still debating about that Ifrit summon. And then I already talked about this, but I might look into building my raid team now. Any units that are S tier that I'm definitely going to want to use, like Lisa, because I pretty much don't have any options for 6 stars right now, like I told you guys. So yeah, I mean, Lushen could be a 6-star or whatever, but is he really gonna help me now? I don't know. So I could look into that. And then I do have fodder here. I think I have oh wait, I do have enough. So I could possibly make a 6-star. Is there anything worth 6-starring? No. Maybe Thrain. So I could make one of those, and then that would give me a 12-hour EXP boost with that fodder. And I also had some other people asking me, what do you do? How do you, level up monsters? Well, how do you buy EXP boosts? No, I have not bought an EXP boost in, an extremely long time. Where are they? Here. I just get them from events, and then I make fodder with that, and it's pretty easy to make 4-star rainbow mons because I get 1 every week. I get 2 from TOA, and, well, 1 from TOA, 1 from TOA hard, And then I get so many 3-star Rainbowmon and 2-star Rainbowmon from farming dungeons that those power up my Rainbowmon over here. So if you guys actually pay attention, like, you'll notice I have 4 5-star Rainbowmon there. The only way I can get those is from the guild shop. Well, I'm pretty sure these are the only ways, but there could be more. Guild shop or TOA. Maybe events or something like that. But the majority of my fodder are these, so that's kind of how I do it. And like I said, like, I have to emphasize that I get so freaking many Rainbowmon, and they make making 6 stars really easy when I'm farming dungeons. So now onto the part of the episode where I talk about what I'm doing next week. Next week/now, I'm going to keep doing the puzzle event, and I'm going to work on TOA hard to get those videos out to you guys as soon as possible. So working on TOA hard, and that's pretty much it. And so just TOA hard and probably farming Necro still, just because I like to do it, because it's like a change of pace. But we'll see. Maybe someone will knock some sense into me and say, "Get your ass back in Giants. You don't need to be in Necro now, you fool." And then I would say, "Sorry, I guess I'll go back in Giants." So that's about it for this episode. That's it. I wish we had summons, but we have to wait. Hopefully they'll pay off. We'll have to see, though. So that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys later.